Welcome to What Are You Sporting About podcast, a podcast about business, employment, sports, and entertainment to help educate, support, and guide you to your next level. Here's your host, attorney Sivonnia DeBarros.
Hi, and welcome to What Are You Sporting About podcast. I'm your host, Sivonnia DeBarros. So today we will talk about surprise, surprise. So I'm just a Florida girl, born and raised in the country, who always wanted to be a lawyer. Now, there are other things that sparks my interest that I've always been interested in, and I'm also a creative. So there were always these other dreams along the side, but being a lawyer was my top goal. And so everything that I did was always in furtherance of becoming a lawyer, right? So I think the first time I told my mom that I wanted to be a lawyer, I had to be somewhere around year 4 or 5. And I remember having this conversation with her, just reflecting on why and how this dream stayed with me for so long. But she said that she remembered when I told her that, and she just could not remember or could not believe how would this little girl, this baby basically, even know what that is. And so I am also a spiritual believer, and I do think that sometimes, God will plant a purpose inside each and every one of us. Sometimes we may not understand why, but later I do believe that the why will be revealed to show you how to use your gift and why you are moving in a way to be purposeful, if that makes any sense. Hopefully it does. So moving on. I did everything possible to just make sure I reached that goal. And I graduated from Chicago Kent College of Law in 2013. Prior to that, I did go and get my master's degree. I think I received that degree in 2010. And prior to that, I received my bachelor's degree in political science from the University of South Florida. Hey, shout out to all my Bulls people. So I was also a student athlete when I ran track. And that helped me to create some relationships that now I'm able to talk with those people and say, hey, I want you to do this with me. I want you to do that with me. And as I was going through this journey of being a lawyer, now, remember, I already told you I wanted to be a lawyer for a very long time. And that is my purpose. But somewhere along the line, I felt like things were getting lost. I was not living in my true purpose the way that I feel or I felt I should be. So, 2017 actually was the year where I had to self-reflect and really think about who it was that I truly wanted to serve. And actually 2017 was the year I gave birth to my son. And it's funny how children will truly add perspective to your life, So in all of that self-reflection, I learned a lot about myself. I learned a lot about what I was doing. I learned a lot about who it was that I wanted to help and who needed the message that I had deep inside of me. I struggled as a first-generation lawyer. I struggled as a first-generation law business owner, and generally just as a business owner, period, because when you are the first person in your family to do something, there's a learning curve that comes with that, right? And everyone can't help you with every single thing, but when you find the tools and the collaborations that are resources in themselves, it does give you the ability to fix the parts that you got wrong. And that's where a lot of frustration came in for me. So throughout this whole self-reflection phase, I thought about professional athletes. I thought about people in the entertainment industry, business owners who are barely doing well, but still leaving themselves open to massive litigation issues, things that could be handled on the front end versus having to go and spend tens of hundreds of thousands on legal services just to try and correct the wrongs that should have been corrected in the first place. And so I said, you know what? I know professional athletes need to hear from me because a lot of our pro athletes are starting businesses or investing into other people's businesses or brands and not understanding the questions that they need to ask, when to ask, not understanding the different business foundations that they need to be successful, not understanding how to set budgets and financial plans, and most importantly, not even starting from, I'm going to just say, like planning backwards, knowing the end game. When we know the end game, we can plan better for how we're going to reach it. And I think sometimes a lot of people go into something because this is a good idea. It sounds like a good idea, or someone said, hey, you're going to make a lot of money. And you never planned for the end game. And so I said, you know what? I have to do something to educate and support these individuals. And so here I am, guys. I'm so excited. This podcast is going to, open a lot of eyes and show you where the red flags are, give you the tools and the tricks that you need to make sure that you are setting the proper plans in place, to make sure that you are covering and protecting yourself. Also, we're going to just make sure we have people on here who can pour into you and just help you not just be a better player or business owner, but just a better person all the way around. Because look, people want to do business with you if they like you. Okay. That's just the God honest truth. So I hope you guys enjoyed learning a little bit about me. I think that was enough information, but if it wasn't, let me know. And I cannot wait for you guys to hear all of the other interviews that are coming. If there's any particular subject that you want to hear us talk about, hey, shoot me an email at prosportlawyer.com. Have a great day.
Thanks for joining us this week on What Are You Sporting About podcast. Make sure to visit our website, prosportlawyer.com, where you can subscribe to the show in iTunes, Stitcher, or whatever your favorite platform is, so you'll never miss a show. And while you're at it, if you found value in the show, we'd appreciate a rating on iTunes or iHeartRadio. Or if you'd simply tell a friend about the show, that would help us out too. If you like the show, you might want to check out our book, What Are You Sporting About? Attorney Sivonnia DeBarros is available for private consulting at sldebarros.com. And remember, we're here to educate, support, and guide you in your journey to success because we're all sporting about something.